Our governor here is he quote retweeted something today, showing the entire map of California's congressional districts being blue, and yes, it actually is possible
Yeah.
for
I mean, when
California
you
to
win the
draw a
state by
map.
like D plus 34, yeah.
Yeah, so this could be a reality. I'm not saying this is probably what they're gonna do, but it looks like Newsom, he's fully on board. Looks like we might have a special election because people that don't understand, in California we have a constitutional amendment that basically ensures that we have a nonpartisan redistricting committee, which I would support nationwide. If we can do that nationwide, fuck gerrymandering. Let's do it nationwide. But if the
Exactly.
GOP is going to play hardball, we have to play hardball as well. Fuck them. And so I really think that Newsom's going full speed with this. Looks like we're probably going to have a November special election to overturn that constitutional amendment. And when that's overturned, the state legislator can probably create a map that looks similar to this. I think they'll still have a couple GOP districts in there, but very, very few. This is a map, mind you, where no seat is less than Harris plus 14. Like, this is insane, right? This is not a single seat
It's
here.
wild.
So
Wild.
they really could do something like this, and I'm part of me is like, you know what, we have to do this. If the GOP's gonna play this game, we have to play this game. But holy shit, man, this is gonna turn into like a domino effect where every single state
But I
eventually.
counterpoint, I think two things. One is I fucking can't stand Gavin Newsom, but I do think that he will win a lot of goodwill from people like me in Texas and a lot more if he's willing to fight fire with fire. And I also think that and maybe this is too utopian, I think a lot of people across the nation are just like, meh, gerrymandering. But like if it's like, oh, Illinois and New York City and Colorado and Maryland, and now we're hearing Florida and Ohio, people are going to be like, this is fucking stupid. Why are all these
Yeah.
states continuously doing that? And I think it will push towards a movement for
Yes.
like either at large districts or proportional representation.
Yeah.
And I think another point that I don't think gets brought up enough is I think around 23 to 28 states have like citizen-led ballot initiatives. So if you
Yeah.
get enough signatures, you could put them on the ballot and be like, let's get rid of fucking gerrymandering, right? A number of GOP states have them, Arkansas, Missouri, Ohio. And yes, it is the case that legislatures in some of these states will just kind of reject it, and not enforce these things. But there's still a
Mhm.
moral weight to doing that. And so Democrats should go even further, both I would say trying to do California redistricting, Maryland, et cetera, but also getting on the ballot in Arkansas, in Missouri, in
Yeah.
Ohio, in Utah, and just say like we need to have independent commissions here, and just like use every single fucking tool that we have. And it would also, I think, rally a lot of red state people who are like, yeah, this is fucking
Yeah.
unfair.
This is
So
fucking. This is. I think I would go a step further and say I think this could be an issue that whatever Democratic, whichever Democrat wins the nomination in 2028, runs on a national level. Like, hey, we need to pass a law that bans gerrymandering. We need to pass a law that basically creates these nonpartisan district commissions. Because, like, at the end of the day, what's happening right now, it's not good overall. I don't think it's good overall that the GOP is doing this. I don't think it's good overall that Newsom and Dems want to do this in California. I'm just going to be honest with our viewers and everyone out there.
eye for an eye,
However,
motherfuckers.
However, when one side plays hardball, you have to fucking fight back. You have to fight back. You can't play dead. So I give credit to Newsom in California, my home state, for engaging in this. But I think our end goal should be nonpartisan, citizens led. I love that, like citizens led districts, redrawing of districts. I just think, if anything, we're kind of thinking in very positive terms. This will lead to a domino effect of maybe this no longer being the case in the future. People actually being sick and tired of gerrymandering. I will say though, you got to play hardball. So if the GOP wants to do this in Texas, let's show them what California is capable of. But yeah, I really good insight though. I didn't know that there were two of the Texas Senate Dems who don't want to do this, don't want to leave and force them basically to not be able to get this done. But yeah, man, I don't know. I think we're just we're in a time where we got to use every single leverage of power. We just have to do everything to push back against the current administration, push back against authoritarianism, and make sure that whatever rights we do have left here, we still can hold them. So, what else do you think is going on?
No, I completely agree. Rewrites and stuff, and I think those two out of those 11 state senators who are just trying to be complacent and worry about the institution, I think our institutions have failed us, and that's why we need to be fighting fucking hardcore right now in every single way
Yep.
possible. And I think that's why we need people to understand and meet that moment. And that's why I think when you see people who are just like, oh, I'm just gonna take a break for 6 months and release my book, it just doesn't seem very serious and like whether or not people have really gotten the urgency of this moment.
Yeah, I think you're talking about someone who just announced they're not running for governor of California. But what I will say is that the power really lies within the people. And so show up to
Yes.
those. Like, you might think, hey, I'm showing up to a town hall. What the fuck is that going to do? Like, they're not going to listen to me. A lot of people show up to a town hall. They're forced to listen to you. They're forced to consider what you're saying. So do that. Get engaged. I know a lot of people are working. If you can send emails, if you can call your local representative, local senator, your state representative, just do it. Trust me, as someone who's in, I've worked in DC before. We used to get a lot of those calls. We have to log those calls, and when you're getting a lot of calls about a specific issue, the Congress people, the representative really does hear that. So I think keep the pressure on. We got to do whatever we can to push back. And at the end of the day, I want a Republican voter to have just as much say as a Democratic voter, as an independent voter. I don't care where you lie. I really just want to make sure we have free and fair elections, that our maps are not gerrymandered. And so, look, I think we can all agree. I think the left and right can eventually maybe come together on this issue. I think there is real appetite amongst just regular Americans who are just sick of corruption. They're sick of us just changing maps. At this time right now, I think you got to play fire with fire. And I got to give credit to Newsom and in California if they go forward with this.